Hey everybody, Crystal and Shadow here, back with Steven Universe, and this time, it's finally Steven and the Stevens.
They clearly employed me to write their episode name. You know they did.
This was mentioned to be Zach Callison's favourite episode to record.
Yeah, but we don't even know who Zach is.
The voice of Steven.
Oh.
Because he had to talk to himself so
tell him
much.
to hit puberty. Oh, that would have been hell in the ADR department.
Yeah. They gave him the choice. He could just do it all at once, or I think he decided he would do the scene as one Steven all at once and then be a different Steven and so on.
I've got to look that up. I wonder how do they do recording? Is it like some shows where it's recorded together, or is it like others where it's recorded one person at a time?
Well, I think what happens...
In normal episodes.
So they've explained, usually they're in a studio all together.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Except for Garnet, she's usually busy because she's Estelle and she's famous. So sometimes she records her stuff on her own and sends it in.
Okay.
Yeah, you know the song American Boy? That's Garnet.
Wonderful. Whatever, all this episode did was remind me of pretty much every other episode I've ever seen. First I thought, okay, hang on. At first when he went back, I thought, hang on, are we going to get a time loop episode? No, we didn't. It was only for a few scenes where he couldn't stop the car. Then, when they're all arguing and there's like three of them and they all want to be the singer, it just makes me think, hang on, now it just reminds me of that Code Lyoko episode with the 3 odds.
Yes!
And then when there's like a billion of them, it just reminds me of that Family Guy episode where they time travel. And they go, and then there's like, hang on, we're from the further future. Don't stop this thing. No, do stop this thing. I've got to show you.
I need to see that now.
I've got to show you that episode. It's one of my favourite Family Guy episodes.
Yeah, see, normally I don't care for Family Guy, but there might be an odd bit here or there that I might enjoy.
Yeah, the time travel episodes are always the best. But, yeah... I'm glad Stephen finally reminded himself that, you know what, he's an obnoxious little idiot.
Yeah, he just had to see it from an outside perspective.
Now, will that mean that Stephen will stop being annoying? Yeah, probably not till he hits puberty.
But also, you didn't bother to watch the pilot, but this is actually a big reference to the original pilot episode they did, because...
Wait, is there a not canon pilot?
I told you about that, remember?
I thought the pilot was one with the cat ice cream.
No. I told you, think of it like Garage Kids. They made an episode of what it could have been.
It's not canon?
No, it's not canon.
Then I don't care.
But yeah, it's a huge reference to that because the pilot features the time thing, which is the official name of that little time travel thing. They just call it the time thing. I much prefer how they used it in the pilot, because in the pilot, instead of him going back in time, it more so rewinds time.
Oh, yeah, we'll get into at least it's... I hate inconsistent time travel. We'll get into that in a certain other show soon. But I hate when sometimes they can't decide whether it's going back and being your old self, or whether it's going back and now there's two of you. But we'll get into that for a certain other show.
But yeah, I didn't care for how they did it this time because I had seen the pilot and I preferred how they did it before. But this time, yeah, at the bit at the end where he tried to get rid of them all by stopping himself from making the first time travel, I think, so when he says, I wish I could have told Dad the boat was too fat, and he interrupts himself, I think that's when they should have all disappeared, because he stopped himself from doing the first time travel.
Wait, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Hang on. He says the boat, no, it's the second, he says the boat's too fat, then he goes back, and then the boat knocks down a fire, and then they try and go back and fix it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why would it have stopped him? it didn't know it wasn't going to stop him because they time traveled again.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, think of it. Okay, you've got original Steven who sees a boat's fat and decides, I'm going back in time, accidentally. Then he stops himself from... Then he goes back earlier, says the boat's fat, so now there's two Stevens.
No,
but then
I wasn't talking about that bit.
But then the car crashes and there's a fire.
Yes.
And then they decide, oh crap, there's a fire. Both Stevens go back, and now there's three Stevens, because the two of them crash into him on the scooter again.
Yes, but looking at it linear, like chronologically, Stevens is scooting away and he says, I wish I could have told Dad the boat was too fat. But in the last timeline, he doesn't get to say the word fat. He doesn't get to time travel because the handsome one shows up and covers his mouth. At that point, I think that's when all the duplicates should have disappeared.
That's actually a good point.
Because the handsome one stopped him from making any time jumps.
That's right.
But instead, the duplicates didn't disappear until he went back to the start of the episode and actually broke the time thing. Because I suppose they were trying to show that while he still had the time thing, there was still potential to create duplicates.
Yeah, we'll get into the... Okay, we're gonna get into... Don't worry. If you think we're having trouble now, just you wait till certain Flash and Legends episodes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's always going to be debate on how quickly should time set, and we'll get into that eventually.
Yeah, exactly. You could argue that when he stopped him from making the first time jump, time just hadn't set yet, and that's why the other three could show up.
Oh, well. Yeah.
We're already rambling on about this for a long time.
Oh, well. What else is there? There's not much else to say about the episode.
There's those nice moments where they pop into other episodes, like the first episode.
Oh, yeah, I did recognize the first episode where he was, like, buried. That wasn't he... What was he doing? Was he burying the freezer with the cat stuff?
Not the freezer, a packet
of the ice cream.
Yeah, and then he throws up.
Man, can you believe it's only been like 20 episodes, but it feels like ages ago that we watched the first episode.
And you wouldn't recognize the scene because we skipped Rose's room, but there's this part where he is on a parachute, and that's where they were when we saw the pink cloud area.
Well, there's not much else to talk about, but you know what? I did enjoy this episode. I'm not going to deny it.
Yeah, and one thing that was annoying was when he said...
Hang on, I have to give quote to my favourite joke, where he says, the whole town's coming, and it's like, that's 15 people.
Oh, yeah, that's like 15 people.
It's good, it's such a good animation joke.
It works so far, but...
Until eventually new characters
later on,
exist.
There is a lot of people in the town.
Oh, well, it's still a good animation joke, and I love that joke.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of characters.
This episode didn't have Onion, but we got the next best thing.
Oh, yeah, his dad was there.
But...
Oh, and I liked the bit where he just runs up and he's like, Dad, fat! And he's like, rude.
Well, there wasn't much else to talk about, but you know what? I enjoyed this episode, so what are you thinking?
It was pretty good, except, the time travel logic sets it back a bit. I don't know.
I'm giving it an 8.
Jeez. I'll go... Yeah, I'll go 6... Fine, 6.5.
I thought you were the one who loved Steven.
I can't rate it too high because of the time travel logic.
Oh, come on. That's half the fun of it.
True. I'll go 7. Finally, it's a 7.
7 and 8. And next time, do you know what the next episode is?
Damn it, I checked a second ago and now I forgot.
Next time, we will find out what the next episode is, assuming it's that next episode, or she didn't break it in, it's a different next episode. Because it's not going to be Rose's room. Or maybe it is Rose's room and she'll find Rose's room before then. Who knows?
I would need to access my broken computer to get the pieces.
Well, next time we will watch an episode of something.
We'll see.
See you next timey.